Alright, so the brake fluid cup is loose and the brake pump is loose, and there's a strike here. I will cut this off to get some more space, to be able to lift this up and twist it around to get to the screws in the back. That's next. So it's off. Right hand side. If you twist it around, you'll see there's a tiny screw in there. I think it's TX8 as well. So we start by removing that and see what happens. So I have to wiggle this out with a tiny flat screwdriver. This back piece. So if you remove it, and this connector was connected here, so I just yanked it out. There it goes. Here you have your second screw that you have to open up. And then I'm guessing this screw is going, this is the back side that goes through the rod to keep it in place. So we start by removing that one on the left hand side, TX8. So we remove the screw, and now this whole part will come out. And if you twist it around, that's the guy you want to get at. That's the release screw for the whole handle part. So we're going to unlock this and probably slide the whole thing out and then start a new one. So it's off, as you can see. Handlebar, just slide it out. Now we have to measure this distance and drill a new hole and make it pretty damn straight. So the new rod is in, and I just readjusted the switches. So as you remember, there's a tiny screw in there somewhere that we have to fasten, and then we do everything in reverse. So there you go, right hand side and the left hand side. It's going to be a little difficult to do all the way through, because what's up now for me is I'm going to change the brake pump, put in a Brembo brake pump before I just remount this. So if you want to know how to put all this together, either do it reverse or follow the instructions on how to change the pump. At the end of that, I will put everything together and adjust it to my liking. I hope this is helpful for you guys. This is my way of doing it. There's probably 100 different ways, but it worked for me. Take care. So we are back. Today's mission is called Brembo brake pump. As you remember, if you watch my other videos, we just put on the clip-ons. Everything's still loose. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drain the fluid, because you don't want any of that on your fairings. So this is how I drain it. You probably get your own way. It goes down to the little plastic holder, and then it goes to my compressor here. So I'm gonna open this little nut, I think it's T8, and just suck everything out until this one is dry. Remember, if you do this, you need to re-bleed your brakes, because you're gonna let in all the air, so you gotta refill. Don't get on the street on the track without any fluid in here. That's not good. So I'm gonna empty that and then I'll get back to you guys. So guys, the oil is drained. I did open this one, the Phillips screw, open the top of this, remove the washer, remove the packing in there, and then sucked up all the oil. And then did the same from this valve here. So what we're gonna do now is remove this one. That's where your brake hose comes in. Have a towel handy in case it leaks, and make some kind of setup as I have, so you don't want that dripping on your fairings. It will eat the paint out all the bearings. So I'm going to do that and then get back to you guys. So it's TX40, and there it goes. See the copper washer, don't lose them, and they should be in that order. It's fluid hydraulics, so we need those copper washers on each side. Next step is, of course, install the brake. It's pretty simple. I don't know what kind of brakes, aftermarket brake pumps you have, but remove the plastic part here, and then that goes in there, and it's pretty forward. I'm gonna attach it to the brake line and I'll get back to you. So guys, aftermarket Brembo, you cannot reuse your cup. You can if you want, but you have to. No, you can't. The diameter of the hose is different. This is of course smaller than the original, so you have to buy the expansion brake fluid holder. And it comes with a bunch of screws and a holder. Here's where most people have problem. I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not. The brake fluid holder is like this, and it fits nicely here, but there's not enough clearance here for the cup, and that goes there. So it will hit the front fairing. So I don't know how I'm gonna solve this. If I figure it out, I'll get back to you guys. Because well, it is now. It's a big problem. Anyway, I'm gonna connect it, see if it works or not. And it's pretty simple. You got some clamps. If I can find them for you. You got two of these guys. They will go inside. And then you put the hose on top of them. And when I've done that, I'll show you what it looks like. There you go, it's clamped in. And the other side, of course, over on there. Let's remove this plastic protection and clamp it in there. So guys, there it is. Of course, it's got to go back on. And everything's got to be adjusted, but as you see, there is a huge problem. So I don't know how to solve that. It's a pity because Brembo is a good brand and they should have thought about this. It's supposed to fit on BMW. So as you can see, there are other people having the same problems. The really important thing here when it comes to brake hose is your life insurance. Make sure that you don't have any sharp bends where the fluid goes. This one, and the brake line, of course, no sharp bends. So you don't put unnecessary pressure on stuff here. So I'm going to change the brake fluid from 5.1 to 600. So I have to drain the whole oil out from everywhere, so I have to bleed the front calipers as well on both sides. I'm not going to bother you with that. And then refill and bleed out the brakes. So that's Brembo brakes for you. Hopefully it will help. So guys, we're back. The Brembo pump is there. If you want to know how I did it, go to that video. Just check me out on my channel. Triple clamp. You had to use a hammer to knock it down. Make sure that it's all the way down, and we do everything in reverse. You tighten these screws on both sides, and then put this back, the cap, reconnect the clamping if you have one, and then you can adjust your new clip-ons as well if you're liking it, and bolt them on depending on which ones you have. These particular ones are from PP Tuning, so the reason I bought them is because you can remove them after this without having to remove this. You just open these two screws and that one on the back, and the whole thing will come out as a clamp if I need to change these. So I'm gonna just attach the cap for this, put the nut back on here, and then see what we do. So guys, the office is done. So everything's adjusted according to my likings. The only thing that bothers me is this sucker. It still hits there, so I can turn the bike around. And it's not a big problem on the track, but when you're getting out of the pit or out of the garage, you don't want to hit sudden stop and fall off. When you adjust the clip-ons, make sure that they don't get too tight to the tank at the stop, so you can get your fingers in here. If you get a violent head shake, it'll squeeze your fingers if you're hanging on. So leave a good space here between the handlebar and the tank. That's it, guys. See what we're gonna do next here.